also feeling overwhelmed as a student, which verbs to do and which one to skip, for sure, there's a list of these 20 topmost verbs that come often in the exams. So do ensure that you're not skipping on these 20 verbs. So let's quickly jump into today's video where I'm going to share all these 20 verbs with you. So let's get started. The first important verb that you must know in all the tenses is verb être. What does this verb mean? The verb être means to be. Okay. How do you conjugate this verb? If you start the conjugation, we are going to start this verb in present tense first. So, je suis, tu es, il est, elle, illen. Maybe I'll take it together. Illen, elle est. Nous sommes. Vous êtes. Ils, elles sont. Here we also take an accent. And the same verb, when you write it down in passive composé, you conjugate with the past participle of this verb is été. Okay, so we do it with avoir. I'm not conjugating the entire verb. I'm just giving you with je. So you can continue it in the same way. So in passive composé, it becomes j'ai été. If you see futur simple, again I'm doing it with je. Futur simple of this verb is ser. So ser and avoir ending ai. So I'm doing it with the same verb in three tenses: present, passé composé, and futur simple. If you want me to do it in any other verb, put it down in the comments and I'll be more than happy to help. So let's continue with the second verb. Are you ready for the second verb? So I'm going to share the second verb with you. The second verb is verb avoir. What does it mean? The verb avoir means, what you can do is you can pause this video and conjugate the entire verb. To have. When we start conjugating this verb in present tense, it's j'ai, tu as, il est là, nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles ont. Okay? And the same verb, when you do it in passé composé, the past participle of this verb is you. So, j'ai, you. Futur simple of this verb is, so from next time I'll write PC and FS, okay? For passé composé and futur simple. Or, so it becomes ore, j'aurai, okay? Now, moving on to our next verb. So next verb in the list is verb aller. How will you conjugate verb aller in present tense? Do it yourself. Je vais. 1 minute. Tu vas. Something is happening to this font. Il, elle, va. Moving on to nous allons. Vous allez. Il, elle, vont. And how do you conjugate it in passé composé? So in PC, how will you conjugate it? It's done with être, so je suis allé, and with the chords as well. So do remember the chords. 1 minute, I will take the accent. Okay, and futur simple, FS. What do we do for FS? It's ir. Okay, so ire. So I'm only doing it with je. Keep conjugating the entire verb for your practice. So let's move on to the next verb. The next verb in the list is verb faire. So verb faire, first of all, we're going to do it in present. Je fais, tu fais. It's very important that you know these verbs. Il, elle fait, nous faisons, vous faites, il, elle font. Okay? And in PC, PC, how will you do this? J'ai fait. And in FS, how will you do it? Je pare. Okay. And then you can also make imparfait out of this when you know it with new form. You can also make conditionnel when you know the future plus imparfait ending. So all of the tenses will come from here. Moving on to our next number, which is venir. So let's start with venir. Je viens, tu viens, elle vient, nous venons, vous venez. Keep conjugating. Bien. I hope that you're sitting with your practice notebook. Don't be a passive listener where you're only watching the video. It's always a good idea to practice it along with seeing the video. Okay. So we're going to do the same tense in PC. So it's with être, je suis venu. And then fs, je viendrai. Okay. Moving on to our next verb, vouloir. So let's see, vouloir, je veux. This is one of the verb which has this X ending. Il, veut, nous voulons, vous voulez, elle veulent. Okay. How will you do it in PC? J'ai, past participle of this verb is voulu. How will you do it in FS? Je voudrais. Okay. So most of the verbs are exceptions in passé composé and futur simple also. So a good way to practice is when you are writing one verb, just write down with the meanings. That reminds me that I've skipped the meanings of few verbs. So I'll just get back and add the meanings. Aller is to go. Faire is to do. A good idea is to just, I also used to do it in the same way. I used to write the verb first with the meanings, and then I used to conjugate the same verb in all the tenses. It helps to learn, to memorize better. Then venir is to come. I hope that you're there with me, and we are done with first five and the sixth verb, to want. We're done with first six verbs. Rest 14 are still left, so stay there with me till the end. And moving on to our next, pouvoir. To be able to or to can. Okay, so you can even note down can. Let's start conjugating pouvoir. Je peux, just like vouloir, tu peux. Elle peut. Moving on to the side. Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. If you talk about PC, it's she. Pew, if you talk about FS, it's je pourrais. Okay. Let's move on to our eighth verb, savoir. To know. Let's start conjugating this. So, je sais, you say, elle sait, nous savons. 1 minute, I'll just correct this. Vous savez, elle savent. Let's see, PC, j'ai su, FS, je saurai. So, 8 verbs done, 12 more to go. We are on the 9th one. Sortir, very important verb again, to go out. Let's see this in present tense. Je sors, you sort, elle sort, nous sortons, vous sortez, elle sort. talking about PC, je suis sorti with accords mandatory. FS is normal here. So complete IR verb plus avoir ending. Let's move on to the 10th one. 10th is prendre, which means to take. So let's start. Je prends, tu prends, elle prend. When you move on to the right side, nous prenons, vous prenez. I hope that you're practicing French while writing. The more you write, the better your scores are. Prun. Okay, so right side, single N, then double N. We'll see it in PC. J'ai pris. FS. Je prendrai. Okay, that's normal. Moving on to our last 11th one. Present tense is il pleut. Past tense is il a plu. Futur simple is il pleuvra. Okay. A verb that's only conjugated with il subject pronoun, which means to rain. Okay. Moving on to 12th. Again, a verb that's conjugated only with il, to be necessary. So, il faut présent. Il a fallu passé composé. Il faudra futur simple. Okay? Moving on to 13th verb. Let's get started with 13th. Je dis, meaning of the verb, to tell or to say. Je dis, tu dis. Elle dit, nous disons, vous dites, elles disent. PC is j'ai dit. FS is je dirai. Normal. Okay, moving on to 14th. Voir is to see. Very important verb again. Je vois. Tu vois. Elle voit. Moving on to the right side. Nous voyons. Vous voyez. Elle voit. If we talk about PC, j'ai vu. FS, je verrai. Je verrai. Okay. Let's move on to 15th. Oh, we're almost coming to the end of this video. Je mange. You mange. Elle mange. Nous mangeons. It's GR verb. Vous mangez. Il. Okay. Elle mange. Talking about PC. J'ai mangé with an accent, of course, on E. FS, je mangerai. Okay, right now I'm not able to take that accent. Mangerai, that's normal. Okay, let's move on to 16th. So manger is to eat. Now after eat, we'll move ahead to the next one. To drink. 16th. Je bois. Tu bois. Elle boit. Right side, nous buvons. Vous buvez. And the last one is il Elles boivent. Ici, j'ai bu. Fs, je boirai. That's normal, okay? Moving on to 17th. 17th is to read. Let's see. Je lis. Tu lis. Elle lit. Moving on to the right side. Nous lisons. Vous lisez. Licent. Passé composé. J'ai lu. Tu sembles. Je lirai. Okay? So let's continue with 18th. Écrire, which means to write. So keep sharing this channel with more of your friends so that everybody gets benefited. I try to cover the curriculum for school students. So do ensure that you're sharing it with your friends also. J'écris, tu écris, elle écrit. And trust me, if you keep watching the videos, you're definitely going to score full marks in your French exam. So do keep watching and practice whatever is being shared in this video. Many of the students have been messaging me that they're able to score full marks just by watching these videos. So if you have any problem, any doubt, put it down in the comments below and I would love to answer your queries. Vous écrivez, ils, elles écrivent. So there's an accent also on E. I'll just take that in autocorrection. So on the right side, the entire right side, V comes. Écrivons, écrivez, écrive. Moving on to PC, j'écris. Moving on to FS, j'écrirai. Again, the accent is going to come. So let's move on to 19th. Congratulate yourself if you're still there with me in this video and you have been listening patiently. That means that you really want to score full marks in French. Je met, tu met, elle met. Right side, nous, double T, mettons, mettez, elle met. Moving on to PC, j'ai mis. Moving on to FS, je mettrai. And now the last verb, dormir. Very, very important verb, to sleep. Yeah. So let's quickly complete this one. Je dors. Just give me a second. You dors. Elle dort. Nous dormons. Vous dormez. Elle dorme. If we talk about PC, j'ai dormi, talking about FS. Je dormirai. Yeah. So we've completed all the 20 top post verbs that you must know for your exams, whichever exams you're appearing for, whether it's 9th grade, 8th grade, 10th grade, you must know all these 20 verbs in all the tenses. So keep practicing. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and keep showing your love. If you have any doubt, put it down in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to help. Au revoir. Take care.